Hey guys, it's Mike, and today I want to talk to you about how to be more grateful in your life and enjoy the little moments. Now, it's possible that during this pandemic you had thoughts flying by about how once everything reopens, bars, clubs, restaurants, anything, you will start to be more grateful for what you have and you will enjoy those moments. First of all, it shouldn't take a pandemic for you to realize that you should be more grateful. And second of all, um, this gratefulness will very quickly fade away after a few weeks. You will already forget about it and you will take everything for granted again. Gratitude is also connected to positive thinking. So, I'm going to share with you a few techniques that I've been using that help me to create a more grateful and positive mindset. So, we are in such a rush to live our lives that we tend to forget to slow down. For me, mindfulness basically boils down to slowing down your life. It's like, having a remote control and literally slowing down your life. Wow, I said slowing down your life 3 times. Apologies for that. Anyway, so mindfulness means to be in the moment and to be aware of your surroundings. That actually beautifully ties into awareness, which I will talk about a little bit later. So in my opinion, there are a few ways to do that. The first one is walking. Walking is a great way to be very aware of your surroundings. So basically, I love walking. I walk about 1 to 2 hours every day. And since I've been doing this practice for quite some time, my brain automatically, when I walk, automatically says, be aware of what you're doing. So when I'm walking, I can feel my feet having an impact, on the ground. Gravity is pulling me in. So I'm already aware of my feet walking. And at the same time, I can be aware of other things like the trees, the weather, whether it's raindrops falling on my body, or the sun, the warmth of the sun. Basically everything. Also cars cars driving by. And all of this I'm starting to realize, and I'm very, very much into that moment of me walking. So once you're starting to apply those techniques, you will realize that your brain automatically says these things. Be aware. So remember when I was talking about awareness, that's where meditation comes in. I've been practicing meditation for quite a while now. God, I can't speak. And I think I cannot emphasize enough how I think everybody should implement meditation in their lives. Meditation is mandatory, basically. When I've been starting to meditate, and I like to do different meditation techniques, I kind of built my internal awareness. So once I meditate, I can feel that I'm very much into the moment with my feelings, my emotions, and I stop having those thoughts, rushing by. It's basically blank, and all I do is focus on everything in here. But at the same time, I'm also working on my external awareness. So when you do this kind of meditation techniques, that's where you rewire your brain to really be into that moment and to be very much aware of everything. And it's not only useful for when you're going for a walk. You can apply this to everything in your life. If you are, maybe you realize it's this when you're watching this video, is when you talk to somebody, you are having a conversation, you could be very easily distracted and you could start thinking about something completely else while you're talking to that person. And that means you're not really, really aware of this conversation, of this person. So this technique allows you to be 100% focused on them, on yourself, on your surroundings. and you will basically stop thinking. So when you have that conversation, it's more through your emotions and feelings, and it actually feels absolutely amazing. It's like you're having a completely different conversation. So I'm going to show you a few meditation techniques in my next video, because there's ones that I believe are more suited inside and ones that are actually more suited outside. So stay tuned for my next video where I will teach you some meditation techniques. So I've actually realized that people tend to bond when they gossip or they talk negatively about someone or a situation. I've probably been guilty of this too in the past, and it's kind of interesting and kind of strange that that's a great way of bonding when it's actually very toxic for yourself and for your mind. Because if you start talking negatively about anything, you cultivate that into your brain and you create negative thoughts, right? So what I've been doing is to really take a few minutes of my evenings to rethink a negative situation in my past and to find the silver lining in that. Because every negative situation you've had or conversation or whatnot, you can find something positive about it. If you have faced a hardship, probably it has made you more resilient. So next time you go back into that same situation, you will maybe know better what to do, or you will be stronger for that. And you can apply this to every negative situation. So I really like to do that, rethinking a negative situation and find a positive thought or the positive thing in that. I've been doing this also for a little while, and this actually, it's very interesting because last week I went to the supermarket and I bought like 6 bottles of water, and I was carrying it around, and then suddenly the handle, I guess, broke off and the bottle of waters were on the ground. So in the past I would have probably been cursing and been like, oh fuck, why is this happening to me? And now my brain says like, oh well, this is a funny situation, can happen. And then after that, like literally I think a few seconds after that, it was raining that day, there's a car passing by and they drove into like a pool of water, and that water just splashed on my pants. And I was also like, yeah, well, this can happen, so you kind of stop using your energy into things that are kind of useless. You are really putting your energy in the right things, and once you don't really care about the situation, so those situations don't affect you that much anymore, or absolutely affect you at all, you create that positive mindset. So this is actually going to be an obvious and very easy one, is to literally create moments of gratefulness in your mind. I also like to do this after my meditation at evening, because I'm kind of like in the groove. And what I then do is literally create a grateful moment into my mind. This is going to sound weird, and I actually love that. One that I always use to kind of start my thought process is, so it takes 1 sperm cell to fertilize a woman's egg. And we have averagely 200 million competitors. So, in high school, I was actually quite a fast runner. I would say I was really fast. But I've never won a school race. And that's against 200-300 competitors maybe. But I did win this race against 200 million other competitors. So in my book, that means that the day you are born, you're basically a winner. You guys are all winners because you are born. You have been living your life. So high five for that. So for all the babies out there that still need to be born, may the odds be forever in your favor. And that's just fucking amazing, right? So that's the first thought that I like to create in my mind every evening. and you can feel it already short term. It's like gives you a sort of happy feeling. You feel very grateful, and from there you can go further into, I don't know, happy to have a family, happy that you're healthy, that you have a job, that you're basically breathing every day, living. One that I really like is the fact that you can make millions upon millions of different choices every single second. For example, if I decide that I want to be a little bit spontaneous and I want to start living in another country, Colombia or whatever, I can literally do that. If you have the finances, you can do that. And this is just one choice out of millions upon millions. So think about that, and I hope this video helps you to be more grateful, and you will start applying these techniques because it changes your whole perspective, basically. That's it. Thanks for joining my TED Talk. I hope you will apply some of these techniques in your life. If you like this video, and if you have other techniques that you use to be more grateful, don't forget to drop them in the comments below. If you haven't already, then subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and stay tuned for next time where I will teach you some meditation techniques. See ya!